Hello there again. Okay, I wanted to chat with you today about my 2023, what it has been like, the ups and the downs, and so many firsts. And of course, this is an invitation for you to also share with me through emailing me on social or any other way to tell me what your year was like. What were some of the things that you've gleaned? What were some of the learnings? What were some of the ups and maybe even some of the downs? You know, it all wraps up to create those memories, right? And that's really what it's about. And what was really clear for me in 2023 is that memories count and that we get to choose which memories we create. So let's dive in. 2023, I had to do this exercise a couple times these last couple weeks. I was looking through my camera roll, which I really have never done, but it's an amazing indication of what your life's looked like in the last year. Go do it yourself. You'll be surprised what you find. So I started off the year, my husband and I went to Maui, our first time ever going to Hawaii. And it was a business trip. I was able to go for a speaking engagement, and he came along and we stayed for some days afterward. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to go back. That was an amazing experience, so gorgeous. And then we moved into kind of February, March, where then I got another speaking engagement. This time it was in Barcelona, Spain. And so we stayed another 4 nights after that and enjoyed the small town of Tarragona, where we could see the ruins and we see it over the water. And it was absolutely amazing. It makes me want more of Europe, more of Spain. And it was just something that was great to be able to share with my husband. At some point, we take my daughter to World Youth Day, so we take her to the airport. It's her very first time going to Europe without us, and that was kind of a big deal. And then we also drop off our son to college. He's here in Colorado, but our eldest son, dropping him off. We have 4 children, and it's kind of a big deal when that happens, isn't it? A lot of firsts. One of the other things I did 2 other things, but lots of other things were first. But one thing that I had never, ever done before was I went on an all-girls trip. And I flew to San Diego and I spent time with my best friends. I have never done that. I'll be 53 years old this next year and I've never gone on an all-girls trip. So it felt really good to spend that time. It made me realize how much being around my ladies actually fills my soul, and I'm going to commit to doing that in 2024. I'm excited about that in 2024. And try to do more of those things where there's retreats either by myself or with other girlfriends to really just kind of take in life, take in friendship, take in those memories, because that's the thing that stands out. And that's what we want to remember. We want to be remembered by the memories people have of us, not just by what we do in our work life, but what we do too, right, in our personal life. I also, oh my gosh, so exciting that I decided to launch my very first certification program, the Certified Active Listening Facilitator program. And there were 6 people who signed up as the facilitators. Only the 3 women could come, and then the other 3 men I had to do virtual. But it was so fun to see them, and also to see all the light bulbs going off that they really could have. You know, they were gaining knowledge. They were seeing why this is important, why this impact could be huge for the world. Anyway, that just lit my heart on fire to see that, to know that it was coming to life. So many things. There are a lot of different firsts that have taken place for me. And I'm wondering for you what that means. And so I was thinking about this, like, gosh, a year full of firsts. Someone told me one of the practices they do is they keep a joy list, and they write it down and they see, like, what are the things that bring me the most joy and how can I do more of that throughout the next year. And I believe in self-leadership, and this is all about that. How do we fill ourselves up in those little kind of milestones, those little stop-off points in our life where we're refueled as we then have to go maybe into some tough times and some valleys and some hard times. And I was trying to think about this year if I had like a lot of hard times. Towards the end of the year, I had a death of a very close friend of mine, and that has really taken the last few weeks. It's taken a lot of energy out of me, a lot of my focus and attention, and it's made me really want to focus on the family that's been left behind. That's been a really hard one. Other than that, I would just say I didn't reach my goal. I mean, everybody has a goal, and I had a really big goal from company-wise, and I didn't reach it. But there were so many other things that came out of it. I mean, we are about to land, for next year, in January, February, we'll be launching a brand new masterclass that will be able to use by organizations to really train their leaders. I'm very proud of that and the work that my team and I are doing around that. The other thing that was really clear for me this year, and I know it's going to be the same going in 2024, is how important teams are. If you think that you're out there that you can do this by yourself, you are kidding yourself. Or if you think anything you've achieved has ever been alone, forget about it. Like what I always say about people, to myself, to people, is that there's a mindset shift sometimes that we have. And for me, I control my mindset. I don't really have to rely on anybody else necessarily for that. Although sometimes I do have to lean on a coach or a friend or a mentor to help me kind of reshuffle my mindset. But everything else after the mindset, I believe, happens through teams. And my team has been amazing. So I've seen how we pulled together to just create so many things. We had the 2 LinkedIn learning courses that launched this week. There were 2 more, so now we have 3 inside that LinkedIn library. All focused around interpersonal and communication skills and leadership skills. Very excited to have partnered with them, and I think on the horizon there's going to be more and more partnering. And one of the things I discovered, because I was on the stage over 40 something times this year, that was a lot of travel, not including the training and the coaching and all the other things that take place. And I realized that I wanted to be closer to home. I wanted to be near my family. It might be more virtual presentations. It might be saying no more and yes to the things that really, touch my heart. And that's what I'm going to be doing. And then making sure that I can have more presence, spend more time with my children, because I have 4.5 years when all of a sudden I'm going to be an empty nester, and I cannot stand the idea of the fact that I maybe have spent so much of my time just really outward, giving so much of my time outwardly, which of course I love to do. I love to give to you all in this community, and I love to go to the stages, and I love to do the workshops. Those do light me up, but nothing like me cuddling with my kids. Nothing like me watching TV, sitting just like hip to hip close to my boys, or when they like hug me, 6'3", 6'2", and they're there like mama, and it's like to have that happen at their ages and where I'm at, it's a huge gift that they give me. So what I'm again most looking for next year in 2024 is the launch of the masterclass, is the continuation of the certification program and the launch of the affiliate program. But I think aside from that, when I think about it, it's how many more memories can I create? When I scroll through my camera roll next year, how many smiling, really genuine smiling faces will I see? How many times will my heart and my memory and my heart kind of be connected and remember the times I was with my family or my loved ones or my close friends? I want to create more of those instances and don't pause so much to say, oh, I can't do that because I have to work, but to say my big rocks in my calendar are going to be with those that I love and care for, with those who make me feel good and I make them feel good, with those who I uplift and they uplift me. That's what I'm going to focus on 2024. And all the other things will just take form. One of the things that's become really clear, and it happened in a really big way this year, when I've been partnering with hospitals and mortgage companies and tech companies who have a focus on caring for team members, caring for customers, listening to their people. And it's been so cool to see a natural progression of how people are finding me based upon my niche of caring leadership and listening and belonging. And because I've done all that work, my team and I, over these years, to create such a footprint where people just look at it and go, that's who we want, that's who we want to partner with, it just touches my heart just so deeply. Makes me want to continue to do it. I am motivated. I am just thrilled. And I want to hear from you. How was your 2023? What are you looking forward to in 2024? Send me an email, heather@heatheryounger.com. Send me some pictures. I would love to hear from you. I always want to know who's out there listening. I feel like, is there no one out there? And then people will say, oh, I've been listening to your podcast for years. And I love that. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being on this journey with me. It's been a little clunky here and there, I admit. Not perfect, that's never what my goal is, but I'm hoping that you get value out of these conversations, and I'm hoping that you start to make it more two-way. So I look forward to hearing from you. Have a wonderful holiday season and an amazing new year. See you soon.